The road forks again. I'll turn you to scrap! I'm not ready yet!
You reek of stupidity!
Out of mana!
Inferno!
Not bad for a wanderer. This generator must power something. No mana!
Bots. That's it? Like, how many people were so thoroughly convinced that if they
Begone, foul creature!
Do not stay!
Hey, you bloody lovers!
Bane!
I'm not ready yet. Has no one ever told you not to poke the bear? I'll score!
Avant-Tom!
No mana!
Charade. Charade. Drown in her fortune.
No mana!
In her memory.
Begone, foul creature!
I'll
More than
hold
enough.
this medallion for you.
Nature doesn't forget. maniacs! She's not yet finished. Out of mana! Nature takes what's owed. No mana! I'm not ready yet. Out of mana! Pack's heavy enough already.
Alex of Liravol shall not suffer the same fate as Atsuatan. Consider the end. My designs are foolproof. You do not stand a chance. Fractured space.
No mana!
Measured. My designs are foolproof. You do not stand a chance. Strategic perversion.
Out of mana!
impermeable
Avant-Tom
wrath.
Mala!
Consider. I miscalculated.
Another medallion.
Cannot trust a stone to stay still here. Blood mad fiends!
You have made a grave mistake.
I'm not ready yet!
No consequence.
Begone, foul creature! I'm full up. Maniacs! Ancient blight! That's heavy enough already. Got them working like dogs. No mana!
Power for the forge.
Maniacs! mad fiends. Bloody
no place.
butchers, the lot of you. Out of mana! Out of mana! No mana! What in the Dreyhawk's name did I just do?
Another medallion.
No mana! So this is where these blasted machines are made. I need more time for that! Misshapen filth! Out of mana!
Go on.
Abominations! foul creature! Out of mana! I need more time for that! Out of mana! Ancient Blight! No mana! Begone, foul creature! what's owed. Ancient light! No mana! Begone, foul creature! No mana! I need more time for that!
For that.
Speak.
I shall record. This is what we have available.
mana!
Balance restored. No mana! Out of mana! Out of mana! Your power's spent. Drop, aim ye. Out of mana! No mana! Wretched animal! Out of mana!
buyer. What's new? You've got some goods in.
Alright, retroactively recording this little summary intro part after the commentary I just made that like better explains it super thoroughly. In short, this is a negative rarity or low rarity base farm. If you don't know what bases are, they're basically the white items, normal items that you drop on the ground. We're slamming them with perfect currencies, the blue currencies, for a total of between 4 to 6 exalt per slam off of the ground, and we've got a filter that shows all of the good bases, and that's going to make them magic, and what people are going to do is buy them from your Ange window and craft on them. That is the most basic way that I can describe what the farm is. Our character has no rarity at all. It's got minus 30 rarity, so it's underneath the threshold, and that's to prevent us from dropping rare items. And that means that our probability of dropping normal items or bases is higher. And then all of the gains are unrealized. So we still drop Divine, Abyssal Echoes, Omen of Light randomly here and there, even with minus 30 rarity. Our temples still drop currency from the Chaos Rooms, whatever they're called, with the little Chaos Orb icon. But you're still making currency the good old-fashioned way, but now instead you're just slamming a bunch of bases off the floor. It's a little bit tedious. It's definitely a different change in pace. If you got a headhunter, you pull up your stats, you press P, and then your inventory, and then you sift through all your stuff. I'm going to better explain it later, but that's just a super quick, efficient rundown. If you get +1 corrupted zones, make sure to use an irradiated tablet so that your eye level is 82, because some of the items in this game can only get tier. Better explain it later, but that's just a super bunch of bases off the floor. It's a little bit tedious. It's definitely a different change in pace. If you got a headhunter, you pull up your stats, you press P, and then your inventory, and then you sift through all your stuff. I'm going to better explain it later, but that's just a super quick, efficient rundown. If you get +1 corrupted zones, make sure to use an irradiated tablet so that your eye level is 82, because some of the items in this game can only get tier 1 physical mods, like tier 1 increased fizz, if the item level of the item is 82, and you can only drop those from monsters that are the irradiated tablet so that your eye level is 82, because some of the items in this game can only get tier 1 physical mods, like tier 1 increased fizz, if the item level of the item is 82, and you can only drop those from monsters that are eye level 82 or rares in your eye level 81 maps that roll the item level up. But exceptionals also sell exceptionally well if you get good mods on them. But this is just a quick 2-minute rundown of how the farm works. You just kill a bunch of monsters, we scale pack size, we scale effectiveness so that the quant is ramped to the roof, and you drop a bunch of bases on the ground and sell them to crafters. Hopefully this doesn't oversaturate the market too much, but that is the quickest way to explain it, and now we're going to get into the commentary that explains it in like way greater detail. But yeah, thought that I should get that out of the way quickly. This playstyle might not be for some of you. If your character needs its rings for damage, you can do low rarity. Just try to keep it as low as possible. But yeah, so this is the little intro. Hopefully this doesn't make the video too long, but enjoy. A ton of information ahead. You might be familiar with it. It's negative rarity farming, or no rarity farming. There are a lot of videos that surround this game that follow the vein of like, oh, rarity is this thing that you need to run. You have to have as much rarity as possible. If you don't have any rarity, you're farming for no reason. You can't blast maps if you don't have rarity. All that is nonsense. It's partially true with the right context, but we're just going to go ahead and show you what my sale tab looks like. This is all from the last however long. 60x, 100, 210, 210, 380, 20, 190, 47, 770. Yeah, just crazy volume of sales. You've got your 3 div 1 speckled in there, 1 div, 1 div, 3 div, 8 div. All of these are from a negative rarity farm, Heart of the Well, that we got from doing this as well. And I'll throw in some other screenshots of like what we log into every day. But pretty much you're turning what would be regular map blasting with regular good items that you drop into base farming simulator. So you basically just drop white items off the ground.
Ready to hunt. Let's get a move on the reps.
This is ridiculous, bro. Look how many bases are on my map. And you pick all of them up and slam them with perfect currencies, which are really cheap. So it's about 5 exalt per slam. You take one of these and one of these, and yeah, you have an inventory full of items and you just slam them. I can show you a map after I explain the setup and what it's going to look like, and it's kind of tedious, but it is legit a money glitch. There are days where we log into 35 div, there are days where we log into 24, 28, all of that. Every now and then you'll get a really lucky one and you'll get like a 24 div obliterator bow. I'll show you the tablets that we use. This whole setup is incredibly cheap, by the way. This is the kind of setup that we go for. Basically, your tablet setup is going to be a singular breach tab, and all we care about is this top line of effectiveness. Anything else is nice, I guess. You can get monster density for the breach tab. Alternatively, you could swap this out for a simulacrum one, but I think the breach one's a little bit better. And then you're going to get an irradiated tab like this one. This one has 8% increased effectiveness, 10% pack size. This is literally 5 exalt, 1 chaos, 9 exalt, and that's with these rolls. You obviously don't need 10 here. You can have something like 8 here, 2 exalt. 2 exalt for this tablet. This one was 10, 7 effectiveness with 10 pack size. And boom, look this up, 8 exalt, 10 exalt, dirt cheap. These ones are also dirt cheap. All you search for on these is this. Any suffixes you get, 3 exalt. So this whole setup is like less than 20x for your 3 tablets. We're just going to continue these so that we're on 10, 10, 10 for all those. But that's what your tablets are going to look like. Your maps are going to look like this. I'll show you how to slam those as well. So your maps are pretty much just monster pack size. Ignore that these are corrupted. All we're doing is pack size. There's no rarity anywhere. Our characters got negative 30 rarity. We're achieving under the regular rarity floor of 0 with a reduced rarity Venter's Gamble and a Calandra's Touch. Basically, this doesn't ensure or guarantee, but it increases the likelihood that you do not drop gold items or rare items or uniques. You don't get those very often. You do still drop the average, like I'd say maybe 3 or 4 a day divine orbs. We've got 32 dropped on this character since we've been doing the 0 rarity negative rarity setup. I think we had 4 or 5 div on top of this because we forgot to re-equip the pilfering ring because this is our second character. But that's how the setup goes. You make your maps by just taking a regular map right here. Just take a good old-fashioned T15. You're gonna alk it with this, boom. You're gonna slam it with 2 of these. You're gonna get out a chaos orb. and you're going to take a Omen of Chaotic Quantity. So basically what this does is you're going to use this chaos on your map after it's slammed, and it's going to turn all of these implicit modifiers to pack size. So boom, press that. Monster pack size is now 63. This map is good to go. These are 7 Exalt, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check our currency exchange. Ignore that my control button is broken. I can't control click anything over. Okay, so these are 10 Exalt now. 10 Exalt for 1. Really, really cheap. On top of the however many, the 2 that you slam plus the Chaos Orb, which is like 3.5 right now. So your maps are also incredibly cheap to set up, and you're not out here spending currency for the rarity. So the cost of the farm is basically in the items that you pick up. You're going to have to slam the perfect currency into them, and it's going to be between 5 and 6 Exalt per attempt at seeing a good item. But if you see what these all sell for, you know that it's worth it. Like for example, if this one for 50 Exalt sells right here, that makes up for 10 failed slams. But I'll show you what these are worth as well. These are 1-to-1 with Exalt, so that's 1, and these ones are 3.5 for 1. So we'll just say between 4, 5, and 6 Exalt per slam. I'm going to drop these off and I'll show you what a map looks like. Oh, on your tablets also, you want to make sure that you don't run this Abyssal mod. This one right here, Abyssal monsters in map have increased difficulty and reward for each closed pit. The and reward part that people are usually trying to benefit from does not do anything for us because we are just trying to drop more items. We're not trying to drop better items because better in this case does not help us. So basically you just look for corrupted zones. The corrupted zones can sometimes roll with a modifier that says +1 to area monster level or +1 to monster area level. Whatever the terminology is, you'll eventually see it. Just look out for corrupted zones that say +1. Sometimes cleanse zones can have them as well. So what you'll end up doing is you just hunt for corrupted zones because corrupted zones have more monsters in them. And you're going to put in your tablets, put in your map, and I'll show you what a gameplay loop looks like real quick. If you get your unstable energies to proc, which is all RNG obviously, we go here. If this goes off, you'll, in your favor, it's a coin flip basically. You'll get a lot of pack size on your map, and if this goes off as well, you'll get a lot of effectiveness, which is quant on your map, and pack size if you've got pack size. So it'll double all of it, and yeah, it's like night and day difference. So basically, you're just going to pick up all these items that are red in the filter. I'll put the filter below, and all of these red items are just going to get slammed with currency. And we've got all of the good bases in the filter for you. If it's red, you slam it with your currency, and if it's green, you slam it with a chance orb. That's why we keep the chance orbs in our inventory. You drop a lot of heavy belts doing this, so if you're trying to chance orb a headhunter, or a follow the axe charm, or the tribal mask, yeah, this filter is really good for that, and this setup is really good for that. So you're pretty much just going to go through these maps, and yeah, you're just gambling while you play. It's streamlined gambling, and every now and then you'll get some exceptional stuff. I'll also explain what is valuable on these so you don't have to price check them all for the first time. But yeah, let me get a full inventory. Alright, we're chilling. Then you press P and I, and this is going to be what your inventory looks like when you pick all your bases up. You're going to take the transmutation. All of these are going to get slammed once with this. Once you're familiar with what mods to look for, you know whether or not it's worth it to slam a perfect augment in this. This item cannot be good unless I get crit, and specifically tier 2 or better, so the prefix on this is already dead. The prefix you want on all of the martial weapons, again I'll show this later, is percentage increased fizz, tier 2 or better. So on crossbows, bows, talismans, anything that's a weapon that isn't a wand or a staff, you're looking for specifically increased physical damage. This is hybrid physical damage with accuracy, so this item will only ever be worth anything if we get crit on it. We slammed and we did not get crit on it. So basically, you're just going to do that with all of your items. This can't be good because it has thorns. This can't be good with stun threshold. This one is already no bueno down here. This one has potential if I get a res on it, so we want between like we want 38 or higher of an Ellie res. We did not get that, so that gets dropped on the ground. This one's got cast speed, that's a great suffix. Alternatively, plus to skills is a great suffix, 5 or better. That's for lightning, cold, any of that stuff. And extra damage on top line is alright, but we're kind of looking for spell damage or lightning damage. So this is 40 exalt. This, of our inventory, we've already made money. This will sell for 40x. You can sell it for 38, drop the price a bit. This Warmonger bow, again, it doesn't have increased fizz, so it will only be good if we get crit or surpassing arrows. And we got hybrid light radius. So now that we know that these ones over here are bad and this one is bad, we keep this and we drop all the rest of the shit in the map. So all of this is going to get dropped on the floor. It is not worth portaling back to sell for gold, and you continue on with your map. Once you know what is good, you will be able to slam an entire inventory full of stuff so fast that it's not like a detractor from your maps per hour. All you're hoping for is good bases. The talismans sell incredibly well. The crossbows sell incredibly well. And yeah, we've got everything you need in your filter. We've optimized it a lot. I've done it for a couple days now. I know what's good and what's bad and what sells and what doesn't. But yeah, then you get your heavy belt, and when you get your heavy belt, you know what to do. It's time to hit a headhunter right in front of your eyeballs. Orb of chance, boom. Didn't get lucky. Slam these 3 before the boss fight, boom, 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 boom. Cast speed, this is no bueno with max mana. It might be 10x. Yeah, you can choose to sell that if you want. I wouldn't go out of my way to put 10x in my sell tabs, but preference. On rings, you want all LE or a flat LE, and something like damage to attacks. Lightning is really good. You can also make some caster rings. This boss has a ton of DR, so he's going to take no damage until he gets blown up. But yeah, you do not need to do negative rarity necessarily. You can definitely get away with just low rarity. There's nothing wrong with just low rarity. To be honest, I can't tell the difference a lot of the time, but yeah, this boss is just ridiculous. Make sure that you copy the Atlas as well. And the Atlas, we're not taking anything with rarity, so these do not get clicked. We just take quantity, and we take increased effective explicit modifiers. Grueling Journey is really good if your character is strong enough to do it. And then it's just like pack size, number of rare monsters. All of this is explicit, blah, blah, blah. Increased number of monster packs is good. There's probably a world where you take these 5 points. I haven't tested it yet. If your character is on the weaker end, you can definitely go pick up shrines. This is what the breach setup is, just monster density. This one can drop full stacks of like Reaver Catalyst, which is good. Additional breaches is obviously good for the setup. If you just want splinters, you can take Grasping Hands instead of this one up here. That's pretty good money. I don't really do Expedition. I haven't got my last boss point yet, but make sure that you go to the right for Spoils of War, quantity instead of rarity, because we don't want rarity. These, just quant of items dropped by rare monsters, and you get more XP, whatever. This one gives you unique bosses, double your simulacrum stacks the further you are from the start, and this one has more fracturing mirrors for those shards as well. Ritual is also really good with the setup, but the tablets are pretty expensive. That's the Atlas. We'll finish this one, boom. And I'm just going to go through and show you what is valuable on some of these items so you know what to look for.
Good news for you.
So again, these are our only 2 good ones. This one was worth something like 10 exalt. Don't really care, I'll just sell it for 7.
I'll do what I can.
And this one was worth, what was it? 40. Also, if you want the price checker, I'll throw it in the description. The way I'm price checking these is I take my item after I've slammed my currency into it, I read it, and I click base item right here. If you drop an item in an eye level 82 area, which is a +1 map, this item level up here is going to say 82, and there might not be one that exists at level 82. Okay, there's only one. If you don't see a mod up here, keep in mind that you're searching specifically for 82. Drop this up here to 80, and then you'll see results. But obviously, eye level 82 items are better than eye level 81, so don't self-scam. That one for 90 is right here. I'm still going to sell mine for 35 because the cheapest one is 40, and I want it to sell quickly. So that's 35x, and this ring is terrible. We're going to sell that. Boom, boom. Go back, depot everything, and then you just rinse, repeat, and do that all over again. And you're going to need a bunch of this currency, but we're just going to go over here, and I'm going to show you some few tips and tricks. So let's find one with +2. Okay, this is a perfect example. So if you look at the suffix on this chiming staff right here, we'll price check it. You notice that when I pull up this to price check, this +6 to level of all physical spell skills is showing a 5 over here. This is because the 5 and 6 are within the same tier, so this range is from 5 to 6, and in its attempt to show you how many items have this tier, it's only putting a 5 here. So that's how you're getting results. This floor with this one at +5 is 15 exalt. Make sure you change this to 6 if it says 6, and now it's 90. So make sure that when you get plus to level of all physical spell skills, plus to level of all lightning skills, whatever the plus mods have, make sure you change it to what it actually is if you have a 6. If you have a 5, keep it at 5, obviously. It's not going to sell for 6 numbers if it's at 5. But this happens with the chiming staves. It happens with any of the what do you call them? Talismans that have plus to melee. So keep in mind, maybe we can search for one that you can accidentally scam yourself. This one is a +6 right here, but when I go to price check it, it's going to say +5 right here. So at 150, this is 150 exalt for a +5. If you put 6, it's I guess all of these are +6 or +7, but if a 5 existed, it would show a 5 there. So keep that in mind. Do not self-scam yourself on those. Also, certain items are actually better to not slam on because they will lose value, and you should just save the div. For example, this caster wand, this duelist wand with a 19 spell slinger, has a +4 level of all spell skills. If I search the base item with an empty modifier, it's 6 div. If I take away the empty mod, these are people that try to go big and they lost value. So all of these guys down here got bad mods as their top line. And if you don't want that to happen, just don't slam it. So sometimes I told you, you don't want to use a perfect dog. If you get a good mod like that, you don't want to use a perfect dog. Wands want plus to all spell skills and either top line spell damage, spell physical damage, sometimes chaos damage if it's a chaos wand, which we don't have in the filter because they don't sell very well, or sometimes hybrid spell damage. Something else is good, spell damage mana. But I'm just going to hover a couple items and tell you what you're looking for. All of the talismans want this top line. This increased physical damage line is good. Tier 1, Tier 2, insane. The suffix is not so important on these. If you can get +2 melee skills and fizz, it's like 9 div or better. If you don't, they're like 3 to 4. Sometimes flat sells, like tier 1 flat with high mods, sometimes these ones sell pretty well. Boots, you want reses and move speed, so if you're in an eye level 80 section, you're only going to get level 30 or 30% movement speed on your boots. And then flat energy shield and flat energy shield and increased energy shield are good. For these, the same thing. You want a res or faster start of ES recharge, and your prefix should be flat energy shield, increased energy shield. Evasion, T1 with a res is good for these. You will learn quickly what's valuable and what's not, just price checking everything. The bows for prefix, you want increased physical damage, obviously, and for suffix, crit is really good, and for some of them, surpassing arrows is really good. For your spears, it's same thing. You want crit bottom line, increased fizz top line. If you get both, you're a rich person. And yeah, you're pretty much just trying to get lucky. So this is like 350 exalt for this, right? I'll price check it just so you can see that. We have the cheapest one on trade for 350. You can actually sell them for 2 div or more if you want to wait longer. But I'd rather have my money now so I can leverage it. And yeah, we pretty much sell under market. And that's all we're doing. We're supplying the crafters. This one's really good. This is what good suffixes look like. This is tier 1 increased crit with spells and spell damage. This one is disgusting. 14 div. This guy has one for 17. We're just under his with our mod rolls. But yeah, there's some really good items on the floor and you're just running right over them. Again, make sure that if it's got plus level of all skills, you are changing the 5 to a 6 if you have 6. And yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing. Everything in the filter that is red, you're slamming with your currency, and everything that's in the filter that is green, you're hitting with the chance orb. Just keep them in your inventory. Or you can sell the heavy bases if you want, no big deal. And the whole time we're dropping Splinters, we're dropping Abyssal Echoes, we're dropping Omen of Light. We're doing all of that while we're playing, and my game just crashed. We make so much money, your game crashes. But, oh, there's an update. How nice. We're gonna hit a relaunch, and I guess while I'm here I can just show you my trade history on the website here. So if we just control F for Divine, all of these are ones that sold for div or more. And yeah, I can read from top to bottom. 1, 7, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 8, 5. And these are just from a day ago. So I've made this many sales in a day. I have other screenshots of the windows. If you want to see those, I can throw them in the description. But yeah, it's like a bad day with this setup is like 25 div. If you're slamming everything off the ground. The only real downside is that you have to buy all of the perfect currencies, and it takes a bit to slam them. You're also going to need merchant tabs. I have 7, I think, 6 or 7. 6, 7, 6, 7. And yeah, that's the only drawback from the farm. It does take a while to do your maps, but you don't care, because when you walk away with a ton of currency at the end, you can finance whatever character you want. If you want to go rarity again for a smoother gameplay loop, go ahead, be my guest, but you'll get really quick at slamming them from your inventory. Just make sure that if you get a really good mod, you price check it before you slam it twice, because like that wand I showed you, sometimes it's 6 div with just 1 mod, and if you were to put a second mod on it, you lose 2 div from your price. So quickly you will learn what's good and what's bad. And yeah, we're optimizing the filter every day. I'll put the filter in the description. If you have any questions about specific items, drop them in the comments below. I'll tell you what's good about them. The talismans sell. All of the things in the filter sell well. There are other bases in the game that would sell if you were lucky enough to slam them perfectly, but we're trying to be as efficient with our investment, and we're trying to get the best return, right? So these are, like we saw, 4 to 5 to 6 exalt per slam per item you pick up. So you're actually burning currency as you play, but once they sell, like, if I was to take however many this is and divide it by however many items I slammed on the ground, I'm like super in the green, or else it wouldn't work, right? I wouldn't have any currency to show for it. But that's pretty much how it works. I've made multiple sales during this video, and that's in a 20-minute span. You're gonna wake up to a ton of currency if you can fill out your tabs. It's gonna be a slow roll at the start until you can like actually build up a shop, but you can build this up in like 9-10 hours of gameplay. And yeah, again, negative rarity. I have no rarity on any of my gear anywhere. It is all just yeah, minus rarity, minus 30 rarity. Alternatively, you can run with just 0 rarity, and it's just as good. I mean, obviously the negative rarity is better, but like you probably won't be able to notice a difference between like 0 character rarity and minus 30 character rarity. But obviously I'm going to use what I think is optimal. But feel free to run as low of rarity as possible. If you've got one gear piece that's really good that's got 15% rarity on it, it's not the end of the world. If you corrupted your maps to get a T16 and you get a little bit of rarity on it, like for example this one doesn't have rarity, but it has rare monsters. If this had a little bit of rarity on it, I would still run the map. It's not that important. And yeah, again, I'll show you what you do if you get a +1 overrun. So ignore the overrun part of the +1. If you get a corrupted zone that says +1, you're just going to take the maps that you crafted and you're just going to slam them and try to get a T16. Make sure that after you corrupt them, you check if they bricked or not. So like these two are still playable. This one got a little bit of item rarity on it, but it's actually going to scale your monster pack size harder because you have more mods on the item with Grueling Journey. So these two maps just became better. You're going to lose, I'd say, a good like third of them when you slam like that. But basically you're just trying to get T16s. Do not try to buy a T16 with pack size on it. Because they are too divine, and it is completely not worth it. So if we go here, 16, 16. These are actually only one annulment now? There's no way, right? Okay, yeah. These are 7 annulment, 245x. You will make like 5 in this cost, slamming them yourself. Do not buy these. It is not worth the 2 div to buy them. And yeah. But I'll throw some gameplay at the start. Maybe, I mean, you watched me run a map, so I shouldn't have to, but I'll throw in some screenshots like I said I would about what the sales look like, some screenshots of how much currency we're making. But yeah, this is the negative rarity farm. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. This video is getting pretty long-winded now, but yeah, that's pretty much the setup. And you don't need a headhunter. You can use Chevron Satchel. If you're playing our build, we drop a guide on it. Go check the guide out. And yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for enabling me to do this. Christmas right around the corner. If you celebrate, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate something else, Happy Holidays. And yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video or on the streams. We're live every day. Later, boys. Later.
So guys, we are going to gamble for a headhunter tonight. We are going to gamble 144 belts to try to get a headhunter. This is a different way, by the way, because the traditional way is where you get a heavy belt and you apply an orb of chance. But that is not the only possible way. You can also get any white belt that is over level 40 and use an Omen of the Ancients, and that gives you the possibility of getting a headhunter. So let's just go, man. We are going to hit at least 3 headhunters tonight. Let's go. Ping, 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 ping. We didn't get one in there. Ping, 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 ping. We didn't get one in there. Hey, a soltaire. That is kind of cool. Ping, 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 ping. We didn't get one in there. Let's go, man. Let's go. Okay, I am getting a little bit worried for this inventory. We didn't get shit. Hey, the gold leader is kind of cool. Okay, we didn't get shit in this inventory. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We still have a long way to go. That is the way it goes. I am not worried. I am not mad. We are chilling. We still have a long way to go. Okay, let's go for the second round. Let's go for the second round. In this tab right here, I am getting 2 headhunters just in this tab. Just in this tab. Let's go. Ping, 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 ping. Okay, doesn't matter, guys. Don't worry. Let's go like this so we can look at them. Okay, that is fucked up. GGG. What up? What is this drop rate? GGG! Hey! We are getting 40 here in a row. We are getting 40 in a row in here. Check this out. Bam, bam, bam. Fuck! GGG, this is fucked up, man. Don't worry. Don't let panic get inside of you. Because in this tab, we are getting at least 1. Fuck! Okay, we have still a lot of them to go. Brother, how hard is it to get one of these bitches? I've been doing this for a while. How hard is it to get a fucking headhunter in this bitch? Hey! Yeah! Brother, how many belts? These are a lot of belts, dude. These are a lot of fucking belts. Yeah, you have to fix this. If I was playing solo cell phone and trying to get a headhunter, it is impossible to get it, man. What is this? This is Uber dog shit. Hey guys, don't worry. We still have a lot of belts. We still have a lot of belts. And you know how the loss of the numbers work. Sometimes you don't hit it, and then you hit it 4 times in a row. Which is exactly what is going to happen right fucking now. Let's go. Fuck! Dude! Yeah, what are these belts? These belts are overdog shit. That is why these belts are not even 1 exalted. They are overflowing the economy. Yeah, what is this umbilical cord, brother? Okay. Brother, this can't be true. What the fuck? Yes. Yeah. They are doing this on purpose. Jonathan is right now on his PC blocking the roll for me. He's doing this right now manually. You know how he caught the temple himself with his hands. He's coding right now that I don't get my headhunter. Brother! We only have one inventory left, guys. We only have one inventory left. We have to get at least one, man. I know that I wanted 3. At this point, with 1, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with 1. Okay, guys. We are going to hit 1 in here. We need at least 1. GG, I am starting to get mad, GG. You don't want me to quit the game, GG. Because of your dog shit, bullshit stats for drops and for transformations with this shit. Brother, I am starting to get worried, guys. We have 11 in here. We have 11 in here. Come on, GG. Come on, man. Come on. A Rislata's coil, brother. A fucking centipede. GG, brother. Dude, I was sure we were going to get 1 headhunter, man. Like, how the fuck you don't get 1 headhunter out of 144 bells, brother? You have to get at least 1. GG! Brother. This is the last one, guys. This is the last one. Last one, baby. Imagine we get it in the last one. Imagine we get it in the last one. Imagine no. Look at it! Because it is happening! Let's go! Fuck! Fuck! This game is dog shit. I don't know why we play this game, man. This game is super dog shit, and we are stupid for playing it. We are idiots for playing this uber dog shit, man. Look at it, 2 full taps of these bitches. No results. You know what? I am not satisfied with these results. I am going to go to TFT right now and I am going to buy 150 heavy belts.
Yes.
I don't give a flying fuck. How many are in here, guys? Because I need 150. How many are there per inventory? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 30 per inventory, okay. I just gave that dude 45 divines, by the way, guys. It was cheaper to buy a headhunter. By the way, if you guys didn't know, it was cheaper to buy the headhunter outright. But that is lame. That is boring. We don't want to just buy a headhunter like a pussy. We want to gamble for a headhunter. There we go. There we go. We are ready. We are ready to rumble. Let's continue this gamba session, boys. Do you thought? Oh, you thought we were done. You thought, oh, I am going to go this night and I am not going to get a headhunter. What am I, a pussy? What am I, a bitch? No way in hell. Today we get at least 2 headhunters or nothing, man. Let's fucking go. Hey! We are destroying currency in here. Every time I click one of these bad boys, we are deleting currency by the hundreds, man. Let's go, dude. So good, GG. I like your drop rates. So if I was playing solo self-found, how the fuck am I going to get this item, GG? Look! How are people expected to get headhunters, brother? This is insane. Yes, you could have gotten the headhunter by trading. No, that is pussy. We get it by gambling. Brother! GG, come on, dude. Brother. We have deleted 60 heavy belts already. 60 heavy belts are going to the cheater, right? This is a tab, guys. In this tab I get 2. In this tab I get 2. In this tab I get 2, papi. Don't worry about it. In this tab I get 2. GG! I can't believe this dog shit. There you go, baby! There you go, bitch! We get it right there! We get it right fucking there! Pussy bitch behavior! And we are not done! We are not done! We can get another one! And if I get another one, we go into the profit. We get into the profit if we get another one. How much is this? How much is this? 50 divine. It is a good roll. I get my money back right there. Just with this one, we get our money back. What up? What up? Let's gamba. Let's gamba the remaining dudes. Let's gamba the remaining dudes. We got a headhunter right there. I told you that tab had a headhunter. I told you. I don't sound like that in that moment, papi. I don't sound like that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, DC Frank. I don't sound like that, baby. Okay, we get another one right here. Luis, if I get one right here, this one goes to you, papi. This one goes to you. So we have to get it. We have to get it. Come on, GG, give me the other one. So we get into the big profit right here. GG, don't do this to me, GG. Fuck. Okay, I won't get that mad. But that is bullshit, GG. Because we've been gambling a lot in this bad boy. We've been gambling a lot in this bad boy. Is this the last tab, guys? This is the last tab. Ooh, brother. This is the last tab, guys. This is the last tab. We got two more in this tab, guys. We have two more in this tab. Check this out. This one is a headhunter. I will tell you the two that are headhunters. This one right here is a headhunter, and this one right here is a headhunter. Check it out. Fuck! Hey! I misclicked. I misclicked. Fuck! It wasn't a headhunter. Yeah. Okay. We have 6 more, guys. We need a headhunter in these 6. Because if not, it is not as profitable. Like I go par if I don't get another headhunter. To profit, we need another one. Come on, GG. Fuck! I thought we were going to get it in that because it transformed, man. It transformed. GG. Come on, brother. Come on, give it to me. 4 tries, guys. 4 tries. We are alive. We are alive. Hey, as long as we have dog shit, we are alive. Oh! Okay. 2 more, guys. 2 more. Last one, boys. Last one. This has to be a headhunter, baby. This has to be a headhunter. Come on, papi. If this is a headhunter, I am going to flip out. Fuck! Brother, okay, we got one, but still, man, brother, dude. What can happen if I corrupt this shit? Do we do it, guys? No, you guys are trying to convince me of some dog shit. You guys are trying to convince me of some dog shit that I shouldn't do. Nothing is going to break. Nothing is going to break. Everything is going to go fine, man. Nothing is going to break. Nothing is going to break. Why do you have to be negative? Nothing is going to break. We are going to get something beautiful in here, baby. We are going to get something remarkable in here. There you go. There you go, papi. That has to be good. That has to be fucking good. 95 divines. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Modifies a corrupted equipment or use item unpredictably or destroys it. Guys, do we want to do this? Do we got to go this far? Do we want to go this far? We are already profiting more than we could ever dream about. All or nothing. We are not pussies. Okay, guys. This shit has the possibility of destroying this 95 divine headhunter. So, I could delete 95 divines right here, or I could go big. Look, I am not bullshitting you. Because it is already corrupted. 95 divines. At least. Because this motherfucker has his at 200 divines. Please, God, don't make me destroy it. Please. Fuck! Brother! Why? Why? Dude! Brother, that is not fair! That is not fucking fair! Why? Yee! This is Yee's fault. They fucked me in the ass. Jonathan was right there pushing the button to fuck me. That is fucked, man.
Go.
At least 95 divines. We already locked out with the normal corruption. I don't know why I listened to you guys. You guys made me the Marty McFly. Oh, you are a chicken if you don't double corrupt. You are a chicken. And I listened to you like an idiot. Okay, guys, we are going to double corrupt a big one in here. We are going to make Dren very rich in here. Oh, yours is already corrupted. So this is already a very good one. Let me see how much is this one. This is a 400 divine one. Dren, this is insane. And this is going to proc, baby. This is going to proc because the one we were going to lose, we already lost the one we were going to lose. This is a win. This is a win. The one we were going to lose, we already lost. So now we win. Now we win, brother. There you go. There you go. Now we win. Bitch. Now we win. I told you. You can say that 38 maximum life is nothing, but something is something. Something is something. At least we didn't destroy the iron. There is no iron like this. This is the only headhunter in the game like this. This is the only headhunter in the game like this, baby. I told you we were going to win.
I'll tend to the books.
Beware the Huachic treasures. For now, we part.
No mana! Be gone, foul pigeon!
Faith-blind dogs.
I'm not ready yet!
Balance restored.
No mana! Death to the order! Out of mana! No mana!
My kin died by the spirit's will. You'll die by mine. Spirit, guide me. Submit to the storm.
No mana!
My faith, make fury. Winged fury. kin died by the spirit's will. You'll die by mine.
No mana! Out of mana!
My fate made fury.
Speak. These are our supplies. Time's of the essence.
How you doing? It's a dub. No, like I was. Oh.
I woke up like 4 in the morning.
But esports has always been something that I've been really interested in, especially since like I got into like StarCraft 2. Never let them go ever, okay? Because
up a brand new Path of Exile 2 private league for 0.4. I never expected this is how it would turn out. The PoE2 community showed up, went hard, and that is why it's so different and so great. We are passionate in all our own ways, and it shows. Honestly, we expected a couple thousand people to show up. A lot of people were saying the league is over, no one is going to come. And this is actually how it turned out. So in this video, we are going to talk about Second Wind, the new Path of Exile 2 league, who's playing in it, what's happening around it, what some of the bounties are, and what you could play in this new Fate of the Val version. This is my very first private league, and I'm hosting it alongside Dead Rabbit and Locahole. Let's see how it turns out. I cannot believe we're pacing for over 20,000 players. First and foremost, what is a private league? Well, it is a brand new reset in the Path of Exile 2 0.4 patch. You can join completely free of charge, whether you are on PC or console. You will be playing a new character. It's in a trade league environment, so it's not solo self-bound. It's not hardcore. You share a brand new economy with all the players who are playing within. And right now, it's set to end on February 28th, 2026, which is about a 50-day league runtime. It is possible to get this to run for 60 days if there is enough interest. At the end of the league, if the Fate of the Val League is still running, all of your characters will migrate to Fate of the Val, and if it's rolling right into 0.5, the next PoE2 patch, they will all migrate to Standard. Your characters are not voided. They will exist after this league ends. At any time, you can also migrate your Second Wind character to the current Fate of the Val League. Of course, Second Wind is played on the current patch, so there are no shenanigans to do with Fulton. The temple is in a pretty decent state at this point. It's a powerful currency mechanism, but it's not absolutely busted like it was after those initial hot fixes released by Grinding Gear Games, and then made much quicker to scale with the Holton bug abuse. So that is actually why we're doing it much earlier than we might do future private leagues, because lots of people were looking for that economic reset with a good chunk of players. Now, we thought it was going to be a couple thousand. It looks like we might hit 20 or 25,000 players in this private league. That is a huge number of players. For the private league, we have the league itself, but we also have a very active Discord with a couple thousand members in it already. You can find all the extra information you might need in this very Discord server. A lot of custom tools in Path of Exile 2 also will work with this league. For example, we'll be able to see the ladder on PoE Ninja. We'll also be able to use tools like Exiled Exchange 2 for Second Wind. Shout out for those developers and Guitarholic for setting all this up. We also currently have over, I think, 40 bounties that players can go for. Some are silly, some are difficult. Some have tiny payments of $5. Others have payments of $100 or more. There's even a bounty for $1,000 to get to level 100. The first person to get to level 100 in this league gets $1,000 from the speed racer Guy That Dies. You are racing Guy That Dies to level 100 in this private league. There's also a bounty set by my dad for the first person to clear the Dreadnought and kill Jamanra wearing only their weapons and their boots. No armor, none of that other stuff. I have a bounty called Let Me Finish, which requires you to let a 6-mod Iron Citadel Count Geonor to recite all 4 verses of his poem before killing him. And then there are basic bounties like the first person to find a Divine Orb gets $30 for Steam. It's honestly shocking to see the community just turn up and support the event so much. We put up a couple bounties thinking we would be the only real ones to provide the rewards, but everybody is participating. Seriously, the PoE 2 community showed up for this event. And speaking of showing up for Second Wind, I have a list of creators who will be playing, streaming, making content in this new league for PoE 2, at least for some time. I'm just going to read right off the list right here. Surgog, Talkative Try, Localhole, Dead Rabbit, Misushiro, Kaltarak, Arrow, Guy That Dies, Barum, Rake the Chef, Lazy Exile, RS Fearless, Scorpius, J Texas, 787 Prada, Mercado, HS Fearless, Nuji, Palsteron, and Steel Mage. We also have a tremendous list of new league starters, most of them created by Mobalytics creators, as this event is juiced by Mobalytics. The description will house this list. Personally, I think I'm going to start Smith of Kitava and maybe go Bear again, or I might try out Wolf. It's possible that I'll do something completely out of the ordinary too. I will most likely decide when I start streaming this new league tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And speaking of tomorrow, we have the 9th episode of the Pod of Exile with Surgog, Localhole, and Dreamcore, and of course myself, talking all about 0.4 tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Seriously, guys, this has been absolutely ridiculous. Just taking a look at the numbers here, we have funded about 13,000, nearly 14,000 slots for this private league. Grinding Gear Games generously donated 2,000 slots. We have asked them for more. Hopefully they respond. Hopefully we can go above the 20,000 limit for private leagues, because right now we're pacing to hit 20K tomorrow, if not tonight, and you can still join the private league after it has started. Remember on console or PC. So we could hit 25,000. We could hit 30,000, especially if more content creators and streamers sign up to play. The Path of Exile 2 community is seriously balling out. Like I said, when we initially did this, we thought a couple thousand people would sign up. We'd have a couple bounties, and it has blown past all of our expectations. And I think in the future, we're going to keep this going. This is going to be the largest Path of Exile 2 private league by far. It's starting to rival the largest PoE 1 private leagues. It's going to be a blast. This league has been an absolute roller coaster for me. I don't know how it's been for you. Let me know in the comments below, you guys, and make sure like, subscribe, leave a comment. Are you playing the league? Are you not? And I hope to see you there at some point during Second Wind. Remember, as always, everybody, have fun and stay sane.
I have never completed Fallout New Vegas before. Frankly, I haven't even gotten close. I've tried this game twice, but I also ended up uninstalling it twice. Either it was way too buggy or I was harassed in the comment section. But since the second season of the show drops right around the corner, I figured it's time to finally play this game for real. In this video, you will see my entire journey through this massive RPG for the first time ever, start to finish. This video will be one of the biggest projects I've ever attempted on this channel. Over 38 hours of gameplay edited down to hopefully an hour or so. And at the very end, I will give my honest, unbiased review, and we'll find out if it's just nostalgia or if New Vegas really is that good. We start off with a bullet in our skull delivered by this dude in the checkered jacket. We're told we're a courier of the Mojave Express, and our last delivery, well, didn't end so well. We wake up on a bed to the soothing sounds of General Tullius, Doc Mitchell, and create our character. Perfect name, Ben Quadranaros, man. My goat. Best pod racer we've seen on this side of Tatooine. The only other thing I've been told is to not make a stat 10 because there's like implants like in Cyberpunk and they can increase your stats. I have no idea what build I'm going for here, but I know I want to go to the casino, so I'm jacking up my luck. For traits, I go skilled, so you don't yell at me in the comments, again, and good-natured. Unless I'm stupid, this seems incredibly powerful if your plan is to only use one type of weapon. In my case, that would be guns. Lots of guns. I say hello to the robot dude who apparently saved me and start the tutorial. Slime some geckos, get some reputation, make some crap, fix a radio, and check in on our pal Ringo. I decide to help Ringo despite him asking me to play that godforsaken card game and recruit as many members of the town as I can. Plug some shells into the powder gangers, and it's time to move on to the next area. I do not take Swift Learner. You guys told me this is a noob trap perk, and I'm something of a Swift Learner myself, so I didn't get it. In my opinion, Confirmed Bachelor just seems overpowered. 10% extra damage to all male NPCs, which in any Bethesda game is like 90% of the combat encounters. It does make you gay, but oh no, my steak is too juicy and my lobster is too buttery. I'm all in, man, and I definitely will be with this perk. Before heading to the next area, I do some exploring. New Vegas doesn't have the Skyrim thing where it actually marks POIs as clear if you've done them, so my OCD brain basically has to do everything I come across or else I'm going to start tweaking. If my New Vegas looks weird or anything, I'm playing on Viva New Vegas with just the bug fix profile. 5,000 people voted and 70% said this is the best way to play. If you're curious and want to try for yourself, I'll link the mod pack in the description. It takes like 2 seconds to set up. Anyway, I learned the hard way I can't go north straight to Vegas. Oh my god, why are these flies so tough? What? Those were just flies. All right, let's try one more time. If I can't do it, it's probably by design. This is probably higher level enemies and stuff, but, you know, worth a shot. Okay, I don't do any damage. Got one. No. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can go this way. Okay, well, I think Victor coming all the way out here telling me I shouldn't be here is a pretty good indicator that this isn't the way to go. Help me, Victor! Help me! Help me! Victor! And I died to poison or something. I don't even know how I died. All right, fuck that. We're going the normal way, I guess. Heading to Prim, I speak with the NCR, kill some more powder gangers, and learn a little bit more about my character's backstory and how someone declined the package I delivered. Weird, but we need to rescue the town's deputy and do so with style. Oh my god, his eyeball came out. Ew. Once the deputy is safe, he asks me to find a suitable sheriff for the town. With some light thievery, I'm able to construct my first companion. There's several options you can pick to be the sheriff, but I chose to scope out the prison and free someone with experience. Yeah, so that was the guy I was supposed to talk to. I didn't know that, and despite this very obvious pop-up, I spend about an hour here clearing it out before I realize my mistake. Okay, so I've been walking around here for about an hour clearing out the prison. I don't think there's anything left for me to explore, so I looked it up, and yeah, the Myers guy was who the ex-sheriff was, who was immediately aggressive to me, and I killed. So I guess we have to find another solution. I had already leveled up twice at this point, got some great weapons and loot, and I didn't feel like reloading, so I'm off to jam my fingers into this robot to reprogram it. This task only requires a skill check of 30 science. There's a quest this dude has about a missing machine gun, but you need 60 science. That's a bit far away from me for now, but we'll return here at a later date. I want to make sure I do everything possible around Prim before moving on. Unfortunately, this requires me to interact with Fallout New Vegas's open world. I may be biased as an Elder Scrolls player, but the amount of content the player can do in, say, 1 square kilometer is unbelievably worse in the Fallout series. 3 was pretty bad, but New Vegas is not much better. Oh look, a pile of garbage. Oh look, a pile of garbage. Oh look, a pile of garbage and a naked man. If you took 10 points of interest in the Elder Scrolls, 8 of them have content to complete. Either it's a dungeon, there's an elite enemy with cool loot, a unique item to collect, maybe there's a quest or a lore book. Fallout? 3 out of 10 points of interest are worth doing. Maybe. Most of these locations you can't even interact with. Why was this train station boarded up? Was it too much effort to let the player go inside and maybe find a computer with some story content on it? This, like many points of interest in Fallout, are facades. They're built to give you the impression the world is more developed than it is. Normally, I would write this off as an age thing. New Vegas is very old, but Oblivion doesn't have this. Morrowind doesn't have this. I get it's a wasteland, dude, but coming at this RPG with no nostalgia, this open world is dead. No pun intended. After 36 hours, there are great areas with great content to do, but most of the open world sucks. Anyway, I spent about an hour walking around and shooting random enemies. The only thing of note is I accidentally almost walked into a DLC area and there was one dungeon. Just listen to how overjoyed I was to find this. Oh my god, it's a cave. Like maybe a dungeon, actually. Finally. That looks like a cave. That looks like something to do. Please let me go inside. Please let me go inside. Yes! No quest or story here, but there was a weird bottle cap, and a dude popped out of thin air to explain what those are. If I collect all these special caps, the legend says it'll lead me to some hidden treasure. He also explains how vending machines are always impossibly stocked in a nuclear wasteland, so that put my mind at ease for one plot hole. After doing literally everything in a radius around Prim, I returned to find some no-good ruffians. They're trying to intimidate me for some caps, and I peacefully negotiate my way out. They get aggressive, again, but unfortunately for them, Ben Quadranaro stands on his motherfucking business. Now that they're dead, the casino opens, and I get to my favorite part of this game, gambling. Turns out, luck is very useful for blackjack. I wish gambling in real life was like this. Double down. Oh, baby. So useful, I get kicked out for being too good. You have been banned from gambling at this casino. I've never seen that in this game before.
Sorry, you just win too much.
It's just like real life when they kick you out for winning too much. Damn, that kind of sucks. Like, I put in so much work to get this place operational again, and they kick me out. What a tragedy. On our path to the next town is the NCR outpost. I want to make sure I don't piss off any of the major factions so I can do the Yes Man story. You guys commented a lot that it's one of the best ways to beat the game. I didn't even know this was a quest path, so that'll be 100% new for me. I really don't want to mess up this story arc, so I'm going to try my best not to burn any bridges until I get to New Vegas. Too late for the Powder Gangers though, kinda wipe those guys off the map already. Anyway, the NCR has a few missions you can do here for the surrounding area. I killed some bugs, killed some bigger bugs, then some dogs. Got asked to check out a nearby town only to find it overrun by ancient Roman cosplayers. These dudes overran the town and held a lottery. The winner, who we already met, got to live.
Smell that air! Couldn't you just drink?
Everyone else just got killed in one way or another, except for this dude.
Are you fucking kidding me? First I get my leg smashed, and then in walks the Powder Ganger's Grim fucking Reaper. What the fuck have you got against us, man?
That's pretty cool that he knows that I am basically Jack the Ripper for the powder gangers. I looted every building in this town, and there was some cool stuff. However, inside the town hall, we uncover the story of the mayor who sold the town out for caps. Little did he know he would be subject to the same fate as them. We actually found a note from him in a previous area near the outpost, hinting he had a secret stash with supplies. We do end up finding it, but my lockpicking isn't high enough to break in. Now that we've cleared most of this side of the map, it was time to move on to Novak. I found this weird nuclear testing site with some really tough enemies. No! Those guys are really hard. No, I was so close! I should have healed. Oh my god, I was so close. Okay, we did it. We got all of them. Is Eddie dead? No, Eddie! Oh, he's chill. He's alive. The Diary of a Person Who Wanted to Become a Ghoul, my first unique weapon, and I got poisoned by a pack of dogs. But I have done so much looting, I need to dump my inventory, so I just beeline it to Novak and say hello to Victor. He's on his way to New Vegas, although he doesn't know why he's compelled to go there. I sell my crap and speak with Manny, who wants me to check out a nearby rocket testing site. I've done this quest before, but was curious to see the super mutant side of it, so I make sure to stay hidden and not aggro the roaming enemies, and was able to get them to leave peacefully. Now that they're gone, the ghouls can head down to the basement and begin their journey to the next world. We find a computer with some lore on it telling us this rocket facility was purchased by Robco. I recognize that name from the TV show. I didn't know this guy was Mr. House at the time, but it is an interesting bit of world building for someone who knows almost nothing about the universe. Especially since as soon as it was bought by Robco, they started shipping in military-grade equipment, some of which the scientists used to peep on others while invisible. Anyway, we have to get a few bits and bobs to get the ghouls' rockets up and running, and after doing that, we break the news to Chris that he is in fact human. This game really, really, really wants you to sabotage the rockets. You have to go through like 8 dialogue screens to talk him down, but if you do, he's declared a saint by the ghouls and blast off safe and sound. Manny then gives me all the details I need on Benny, the guy who put a bullet in my skull, but before heading off, we got some work to do. I explore almost the entirety of this corner of the map, even the heavily irradiated zones. Luckily, we found a hazmat suit during the last mission, so I can check out the more dangerous areas. In classic Fallout fashion, most are nothing burgers, but there were a few places during this expedition I want to highlight. In the very corner of the map, there's an army of elite robots. These guys killed me. A lot. Oh shit. What is happening? But with the use of all of my explosives, stim packs, and plasma grenades, I was actually able to clear them out. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh my god, you're so slow in this game. That should have killed me. That missile literally went under my leg. Oh my god, I'm 1 HP. No! Oh, I thought I died. Oh my god, I think I did it. In hindsight, this wasn't worth it. I lost so many resources in this fight, including ammo, but I did get a massive energy weapon, which unfortunately I'm not super great with. There we go. It's very inaccurate. I mean, obviously my build is quite poor for energy weapons, but that would be cool if I was going energy weapon build. I explore an airport which had absolutely nothing of significance and a nearby town. This town of Camp Searchlight has a few buildings you can enter. There's one in the middle, the fire station, which I needed a key for, so maybe I'll have to come back to that later. Anyway, there's a shit ton of ghouls here, and it was interesting to note that they regenerate health in irradiated areas. These ghouls are ex-NCR members. Not completely sure the story here, but I really wanted to find out. After about half an hour of investigating, all I did find was a dude scrounging around in the basement of a church. No quests or anything, but at least it was someone to talk to. There was also a dog, and he was super cute, but this garbage game didn't let me keep him. Very good dungeon here. Brockflower Cave. Big, interesting design, cool, unique weapon at the end with some mad scientist environmental storytelling. Probably the best open world dungeon I've done so far in these 10 hours. And yeah, we're 10 hours in. The map is lit up like a Christmas tree because I've basically done everything possible. Regardless, we're off to Boulder City, but before we get there, this video took me over 60 hours to make, and if you guys want to see more like this, please consider liking and subscribing. YouTube recently took away ad-blocked views, so it's harder for content creators to gauge interest. For your safety, you should be using an ad block, no judgment here, but your view is technically counted as artificial. Your likes still work though. I've heard New Vegas has some of the best DLC Bethesda has ever released, and if this video hits 15,000 likes, I'll play them. Let me know in the comments what DLC is best to start with and how long they take, because I could do multiple in one video or I could split them up. Anyway, thank you for your time and consideration. Let's get back to the video. Once we get to Boulder City, we have to approach this as tactfully as possible. We don't want to anger anyone or mess up our reputation with any faction, so we go, hey, post-editing Frostbreak here. So I keep saying this, that I'm trying to manage the reputation of these factions, but at a certain point in the main story, everything you've previously done against them is wiped. You get a clean slate. I didn't know that. This is my first time playing through the game to completion, so don't bully me. From this interaction, we learn exactly where Benny is, save the hostages, and head on over to New Vegas. I come across something called the Crimson Caravan Company, which I briefly remember from Goodsprings, and when I enter, I'm met with a familiar face. Oh, it's Ringo! I decide to do some honest work before losing my money at the next casino and pick up a slip to deliver to the NCR. Little did I know, I was about to embark on one of the coolest side quests of this entire run. When we get to Camp McCarran, we speak with a scientist who asks if we're here to investigate Vault 22. We lie and say, of course that's why we're here, and he fills us in on the backstory. Vault 22's experiment was to tinker with vegetation to consume as little water as possible while producing food at a heightened rate. There are rumors the scientists in this vault were successful, but something went wrong. He wants us to investigate the vault and download the data the scientist discovered so he can replicate the experiment. On our way out, we're approached by another scientist. She says I'm like the 50th mercenary the doctor dude has sent down into this vault, and none have ever returned. The last one was named Keely, and she thinks she's still trapped inside. We investigate the vault, and I immediately fall in love with the environment here. Damn. Yeah, this looks cool, okay? This is what I've been expecting. Oh my god, we're gonna get some lore. Keely, okay, this is the scientist we're supposed to be looking for. I can hear like whispering. There's like some weird, ghastly stuff. Oh my god. Are those Venus flytraps? What is that? It's like a demon, bro. What is this? That is one of the creepiest things I think I've ever seen in Fallout. Finally found some of the bodies of the scientists that lived here. Okay, so those green demon things are the scientists that used to live here. Dude, this area is just so cool. But like the vaults and like the experiments and this vegetation, like I wish the whole game was like this. Okay, this is like the same design as the vaults from Fallout 3, and that's the Overseer's office, right? So if there's a computer I need to access, it's probably in there. We find the keys to the Overseer's office and open the locks to the data center and download the files. Deeper beyond the vault, Keely is trapped in a cave system. We help her back inside, but she tells us one of the byproducts of this rapid growth vegetation is poisonous spores. It's why all the people in this vault died. If the spores get into the air outside, it could be catastrophic for the human population. We have to then destroy the spores, which is easier said than done. Oh, that's the gas right there. You can see the little effect, okay? Well, let's see how this goes. All right, we need to back up. I have 18 dynamite. Hopefully that will work. Whoa! Oh, could I lock myself in a room? Okay, well that worked. Now we have to decide if we delete this data or return it to the scientist. This was such a great quest with a unique environment, loads of readable lore in the computers, and fantastic subtle storytelling. There are a few more gems I'll cover like this later in the video, but this was a breath of fresh air from the dozens and dozens of other useless places I visited so far. Now, it's New Vegas time, baby. Of course, I have to start with a little bit of gambling at the Atomic Wrangler. Oh, Atomic Wrangler jackpot. Sorry, but you have reached the jackpot limit, but feel free to explore the other services. Ah, After making some cash and doing the Atomic Wrangler quests, we head to the strip and meet Victor once again. He says Mr. House is expecting to meet with us, but my eyes are set on another machine man. We beeline it to Benny's casino and return the favor he so graciously gifted us at the start of the game. Oh my god, decapitated. Next time, don't miss, you piece of shit. Now that he's dead with no witnesses, we have free roam of the place. Takes me a while to find Yes Man, but now the real story begins. Yes Man explains that Benny created him to spy on Mr. House to get insight on his plans, hence why we were shot for carrying the platinum chip. Yes Man was able to decrypt that message and Benny intercepted us. We now have the platinum chip after ripping it from Benny's cold dead hands, but the only way to let Yes Man use it is to kill or disable Mr. House. Luckily for me, I have an invitation into the Lucky 38. Okay, yeah, we do not do a lot of damage. No. Okay, another idea. What happens if I use a stealth boy? Does this work? Or do his robots have thermal sight? They do not. Okay, they don't see me yet. Okay, this is working. This is working. Look at that. Easy peasy. One stealth boy? No problem. No problem. Look at us go all sneaky with our top hat and suit. I can pickpocket Mr. House. What do you think he has on him? Sterilize the chamber. Oh my god. I did not think that would explode him. Well, man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Mr. House is out of the picture.
You already took care of Mr. House? Wow, you work fast.
We install Yes Man into the House's systems, and we're up and running. With the Platinum chip, he's able to upgrade the Securetrons to do some pretty crazy stuff, but there's another army of these robots buried under the Legion's main settlement. Time to accept Kaisar's invitation. We head to Fortification Hill, which definitely earns the name, and have a chat with the old man. He gives us permission to examine the bunker, under the assumption I'm destroying the Securitrons down there. Little does he know, I'm about to unleash hell on these fuckers. Uh-oh, radiation. Hold on. Throw on my suit. Oh my god, I just exploded that robot. Oh yeah, look at all the Securo... Oh my god, look at how many are in here! I feel like Palpatine when the clone army is below him and they're boarding onto the Venators. This is the Securetron Operations Console. Let's go. Big updates for the boys. After installing the chip, I guess these robots are mine now. They don't do anything yet, so I assume they're a set piece for later in the story. Now, I have a long list of minor factions and tribes to chat with to see if they'll make a good fit for my new empire.
Your new empire?
To start off, we're going to begin with the Brotherhood of Steel, and to do that, we're going to need to pick up Veronica. The amount of comments I've gotten about this lady and her questline is unreal, so we say goodbye to Eddie and head out with her. However, right beside Veronica's original location is Vault 11. This place has a fantastic little story about their specific experiment. The members of this vault have to vote for a new overseer every year, but once their tenure is up, they're sent to a sacrificial chamber where they're killed. All the citizens are told if they fail to sacrifice someone, everyone in the vault will die. And as you go deeper into this bunker and uncover more clues, eventually you yourself discover the sacrificial chamber. Always a good idea to walk down into something called sacrificial chamber. That sounds great.
Please proceed to the light.
This is kind of cool, like music and atmospherically and stuff. Whoa. What happened?
Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
What the hell is going on in this place?
Can you see them? Good.
Uh-oh. What? Oh my god. That seems a little overkill for one potentially unarmed person down here. Oh shit! This took me a few tries and half my medical supplies, but at the end we discovered the citizens finally said no to the vault and refused to sacrifice a person. Turns out, this was all just a little prank, and they were never in threat of death at all. If you ever needed more proof that I have no idea what I'm doing in this game, I pick one of the worst perks I think I've ever seen in any video game ever. I want to speak to the person who designed junk rounds. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk to him.
What the fuck were you thinking? 5 tin cans for 1 bullet. Just stick it in, dude. You can't fuck me harder than this. I didn't notice how bad this was until about half an hour later, so I'm just stuck with this garbage. Anyway, we're off to find the Brotherhood of Steel, and since we have Veronica in our party, she's able to get us in. This whole Brotherhood chapter is on lockdown by the Order of the Elder, but he's given me permission to come and go if I help them with some tasks. He wants me to recover classified holotapes off 3 missing scouting groups. However, as I'm on my way out, I'm stopped by the head paladin claiming that the Elder is leading to the destruction of the Brotherhood by keeping them locked inside. The player is then given a choice to either side with this dude or the Elder. And since I'm trying to recruit an army, not a group of hermits, I decide to help the paladin. I have to solve a terminal puzzle to track down a virus, gather some hot gossip around the bunker, and slowly gain access to more classified information. We learn about a concept called the chain that binds, which basically makes it illegal for higher-ups to issue orders to people multiple levels below them on the hierarchy. Everything has to go through the proper chain of command. The holotapes found on the dead scout's body prove the Elder disobeyed this rule and is enough proof for the head paladin to assume command of this chapter. We're given one last quest to do. Clear out a group of energy weapon merchants, which proved a little bit harder than anticipated, but nothing a stealth boy can't solve. Oh my god. Stealth boys are so OP, dude. I was literally just walking around in here and they couldn't do anything to me. We are now a paladin of the Brotherhood and can finally use some of that beautiful power armor. I also gave some to Veronica, so now we're dripped out. There's a couple more factions we need to talk with before we can finish this quest for Yes Man. 2 of them, the Boomers and the Omertas, I've already fully completed in a previous video. I still interact with them on this run, you have to for this quest, but if you want my TLDR, the Omerta's mission fucking sucks. Not because the content is bad, it's actually kind of a dark and twisted story, but because the building is a nightmare to navigate. The Boomers I enjoyed. It's a little too fetch questy at the start, but the finale with the plane and their story with Vault 34 is pretty neat. The Brotherhood of Steel, Great Khans, and White Glove Society, I've never done the stories before, hence why they're going to get more screen time in this video. That's all new content for me. Obviously, if you pay attention to the introduction of this game, you should have some idea who the Great Khans are. The Brotherhood of Steel plays a pretty important role in Fallout 3, which I also tried, but the White Glove Society, I have never heard of before. So, they're next on my list to check out. The White Gloves take residence on the Las Vegas Strip in the Ultra Lux Casino. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. I play some blackjack, get a key to a room there, but eventually stumble across a distraught father looking for his son. His son took up residence in this hotel and has mysteriously vanished. They were supposed to meet today, but he suspects something has gone wrong. We investigate a little further to be snubbed by most of the staff. Luckily, the owner there tells us there was another missing persons case a few days ago. A bride-to-be vanished the day before her wedding.
And we'll never consume human flesh for any reason.
What?
It's written in the charter.
Human flesh? How's she talking about? An investigator showed up to check the bride's disappearance, but when we check on him, this happens. I think these people might be up to no good. Go, Veronica, get him! I can't pull up my weapons or else everyone's gonna attack me. Nice job. You have equipped faction armor. Faction armor disguises you as a member of that faction. Aha! Maybe we can uncover more things being disguised as one of them. Clearly, something sinister is at play here. There's something this White Glove Society doesn't want me to know. On the dead detective lays a note. Steam room, 4 p.m. In this room resides the mole, a man named Chauncey who was roped into a plot far sinister than what he expected. Chauncey is a member of the White Glove Society, but signed up for an exclusive club for what he thought was just talk about politics. Rather, it was a club to discuss regressing back to the old ways of this society, back to cannibalism. Apparently, there's a bit of history here, and the White Gloves got their start as a cannibalistic cult. Chauncey basically tells us that we have to pull another Dark Brotherhood gourmet mission from Skyrim and pose as the chef. However, this time we're going to oust the cannibals in front of the other members of the faction who don't agree with the practice. We take down the chef, free the son, and whip up a dish of fake human meat. After the cannibal ringleader Mortimer gets outed in front of his group, he tries to make a mad dash. Get back here! Get back here! Fuck you, Mortimer, piece of shit. Yeah, I saved you all. You all were about to eat human, but I stopped it. We're thanked by the leaders of the White Glove Society for stopping this madman and return the son to his father. One more faction to go. Before we do that, we head to Yes Man to turn in the progress we have so far. I know for a fact I beat the Brotherhood of Steel story and have a great standing with them, but there's no option to let them join me. The White Glove Society, which I just did, does have an extra option, so either I did something wrong or you simply can't unite all these minor factions like I thought. Regardless, all we have left to take care of is the cons. On our way to their base of operations, we uncover Vault 3. I was able to trick these morons into thinking I was a great con myself, so they just let me pass and explore the whole thing.
We have a con coming through to see the boss. Don't shoot at him.
They consider me a con? In Brotherhood of Steel armor? Alright. I honestly couldn't find anything of interest about this vault. I left no stone unturned, I read everything, I spoke to every named NPC. I didn't find any evidence of a weird and wacky experiment, and when talking to the leader of the Fiends, he literally just says he killed them all. So I returned the favor. Maybe my sneak was high enough, but they literally didn't care at all that I was cranking their skulls in left, right, and center. Oh, I also freed some captives in the middle too. We finally make our way to the Valley of the Great Khans. Since I negotiated a peace with them and the NCR a while back, they're pretty friendly with me. Unfortunately, they're about to ally with Caesar, which is very bad for me. And them. I'm tasked with speaking to all the council members of the Khans to convince them the Legion is no good. I also have to rage bait the Legion emissary into shit-talking the Khans, which they clean up for me. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too
least the plants still thrive amidst all this death. No mana!
They know all.
Blood for blood.
Nothing is hidden from them.
No mana! Not bad for a wonder. No mana!
Welcome to my swamp. Why not take a little dip? Your body shall not go to waste.
Out of mana!
Tenderize.
No mana! Blood for blood. Out of mana! Nature takes what's old. No mana! Out of mana!
Speak.
Wait!
Out of mana!
No mana!
Out of mana! Out of mana!
Wild spawn!
Speak. Time is of the essence.
Never the same twice, this place.
Ancient blight!
Nature takes what's old.